Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. A very warm welcome to all the new subscribers and lots of love and regards, as always, to all the existing ones. It has been an absolute honor walking this twin flame path. This is something I always say from the beginning, and anyone who has connected with me will know that this journey and my path was always very sacred to me. I took a lot of joy and I deeply respected this path. Never once did I complain or crib, and this pain, even if I felt it on certain levels, was more because of the inner healing that I had to do and the hurts that I had to resolve in my personal life. But I never cursed this journey nor my twin. And I I took some time to record an audio because of two reasons. Firstly, because when my twin contacted after a period of 5 years, obviously it was a very surprising and a very loving and a very emotional moment for me, and I didn't want to really cry while speaking to each one of you. Although not really ashamed of any kind of emotions. I speak when I have to. I end up crying or releasing when I have to. So it is less about tears, but more about that feeling of gratitude and such peace. And when you work without any expectations, and when you have believed in your heart that this is a very sacred spiritual connection, and every single day I was dedicatedly working in the last 5 years, I never had that expectation to marry or to possess or to live with my twin, because this is something that I would like to convey to each one of you, that your version of union and many people's version of union is very different from what the real union means to me personally as a twin flame. And please don't ever write to me that, may you get married to your twin and any such thing, because this is something way beyond this earthly romantic aspect. You know what I mean? So, just the way there is a lot of purity and deep respect in a connection, I was really taken aback because my twin is not a kind of person who would explain their feelings or talk about the fact that in these 5 years I was guiding like a spirit guide to them, or like a motherly presence in their life. And when you love and care someone so much and all that matters to you is their happiness, I had no words to. I don't think I will ever be able to explain to you how I felt reading that. And anyone doubting the fact that whether this twin flame journey exists or not, through, I challenge you guys. You can pick any of my audio message, you can pick any of my post in the last 5 years, and I can guarantee you will never find any message in which I am bad mouthing the journey or my twin. I was always very pumped up and excited, and more than that, I had deep gratitude and respect because I literally saw my transition. So it's not just me. I think any real twin flame couple, when they have truly heard from their twin, and a contact does not mean by any chance, and I have said this before, that just a contact by no means implies that you will get married to your twin the very next day. It doesn't work like that, because this is such a deeply emotional and transformational experience, that both twins feel overwhelmed with love and with the bliss and that peace that comes over. And it seems surreal because I never in my wildest dreams, and I'm sure the other twins will also relate, those who are in a physical union, that your life really changes in ways that you have not even imagined. And the reason I'm doing this message is because, first of all, last 1 week I have been extremely busy, and coincidentally, in my own city, I'm having these back to back either counseling meetings or personal readings in my own city. I don't know what's wrong, because all of a sudden there is an influx of clients who are coming back to me from the past in my own city. And what happens is, every day when you meet someone face to face, although I don't do face to face meetings, but um, when you are counseling someone or when you are speaking to someone, it can be a very draining experience, because then you are right in front of the person. You have to speak a lot, you have to listen to them. uh, and I got really exhausted, in the last few days. So I was not able to post any audio, and I obviously wanted to take out some time and speak to each one of you. So, anyone who thinks that this journey is not real, that's just your ego. It's only because either you're not a twin flame, or you have given up and you're using your free will, maybe because it's a very ego based reaction for you. Now, the first thing that I want to request is that whenever you contact any psychic or astrologer or any kind of medium, it is always a good idea to reflect as to why exactly are you wanting a reading. Is it to know your blocks? Is it to understand if there is any hope in the connection? Or is it purely to get a validation or a confirmation and only positive outcomes? You also have to take a moment and think that what if the outcome is not positive? What if the outcome is not to your ego's liking? How will you react then? Will you lash out at the reader? Will you get hysterical or lose your cool? And I'm mentioning this honestly because there are a lot of egotistical people out there who call themselves as healed and highly enlightened and awakened, but when they are confronted with the facts, they don't want to see, their own shadow, the shadow aspect, which we all have. So there's nothing wrong in that. But the point is, till the time you don't get a reality check, how are you going to heal? Most people suffer because instead of addressing their own suffering, all they are bothered about is living with their twin, even if it means accepting crumbs. It is your journey, my dear, and no one can walk this path for you. But it is very important that you stay open to the guidance, because in the end, you should be willing to put in the work on your own life if you really want to see results. And it is a huge misconception that only the masculine needs to grow up or heal, because both the twins are equally responsible for whatever you experience in your personal life. And this means the good, the positive, as well as the not so positive. Because right now, what is happening is that there is a heavy mirroring going on between twin flames and within the collective, and you are only having that mirroring experience, which includes a lot of shake-ups and upheavals in our personal life. And the mirroring can be in a positive way and also in a not so positive way, and I'm going to be explaining that shortly. Now, a lot of my clients tell me that all what you've shared, your predictions, are exactly like what my astrologer told me. I've heard this many times. And all what I tell my clients is that I cannot comment upon any other astrologer or reader, because obviously I don't know how they work and who they are. But all I can comment is about my own self. What I see or what I pick is energy. Energy of a person, energy in a connection, energy of the collective. And anyone who has mastered their craft will be able to guide with confidence, and those outcomes will be similar, not because someone is boastful or arrogant, but because when you dedicate yourself to something you love and you put your heart and soul in it, time and again you will see visible results with your own eyes. Time and again you will be made to see that what you're picking is not a figment of your imagination, but truly your intuition, your higher self guiding you, and you keep on getting confirmation after confirmation. So, genuine healers and genuine twin flame guides, they are not born enlightened, they are made. They create, or shall I say, they recreate themselves, they rebuild themselves from scratch by conquering adversity, pain, and suffering. In doing so, they shine their light onto others who are lonely and lost, because by sharing their light, they are also teaching others to do the same. So I want you all to make that choice today, to give your all to something or to totally back off. Because half-assed efforts, half-assed faith, and half-assed love never works, neither in life or in anything you do, and certainly not on the twin flame path. And while there is nothing wrong in facing challenges or feeling tired, this connection is less about fairy tale romance and more about confronting the challenges of our own life first. So if you're stuck with an abusive karmic, you have to start working on ways to exit permanently. Now, this exit won't happen overnight. It could take a few months or a few years. If you're lucky enough, then please walk out immediately. But what's important is that you begin somewhere. And as I said, heavy mirroring is going on at this time, and this new moon energy can feel extremely emotional for a lot of us, because shakeups and inner turmoil or discomfort is bound to come up. Some past memory, or maybe, a lot of us could be confronted with some hurt from our past life, or maybe our childhood, which will just come back to us and remind us of all the ways in which we were disrespected. Some situation has served its purpose. That's what I'm hearing. And it's time to move away from it. And now this is exactly why your twin met you, to make you see your own worth, to trigger you so that you could learn to stand up for yourself, get out of your comfort zone, not see yourself as a victim, but as a powerful person who is capable of overcoming their struggles, whatever they might be. Till you keep running away from problems, your twin will also keep running away from you. Now, there is a mirror exercise for twin flames, something I realized I have never spoken about because I personally never used it. And that's purely because I had read about the concept of twin flames. And before I had my twin flame encounter, so my Kundalini activation, it just was so rapid that I really didn't need to rely on these exercises, because I just knew internally, everything became clear to me in a flash. But last few days, Spirit has been pushing me to share the mirror exercise with you. And so what I want you to do right now is this simple, and the best part about the mirror exercise is that you can use it in any situation, not just with your twin, but with anyone, with your family, with your husband, wife, anyone. So I want you to think of everything that you feel for your twin in a sentence. So for example, when you say, he abandoned me, replace the word he or his name with your name or with I. So for example, write down, he abandoned me, and then just below that you write, I have abandoned myself. In what ways have I abandoned myself? If you write, he chose a karmic over me, below that you write, I did not choose myself. In what ways did I give my power away? If you have a family that is disrespectful and you say, my family does not respect me, below that you write, I do not respect myself. In what ways have I allowed myself to be disrespected by my family? Now, these are just some examples, but all we are trying to explain here is that you and your twin, you're not two different people, you're one and the same. And till the time you keep on blaming someone, a person outside of you, and only, putting all your time and energy that he left me, or when will he return, or why did he choose the karmic, everything is predetermined. And all the soul contracts, the people who, even the people who make our lives hell, they're here to teach us very important lessons. Now, learning those lessons and emerging from them and saying goodbye to them, that depends upon us whether we are able to do that or we are not able to do that. So it's really not about speed. Instead, it is about intent and focus and where you're putting your energy. And anybody who puts their energy into positive aspects and healing, they are bound to see results. Whether that is you or it's anyone who's a twin or a non-twin, it doesn't matter. So a lot is going on in the world right now, and it's really important that we stay, first of all, at peace within, and that peace will not come till the time we keep on getting triggered for the slightest things. And even if a trigger comes up, we know how to address that. So instead of getting panicky or anxious or excited that, oh my God, why am I feeling this and my life is a mess and everything, all the negative self-talk, it needs to be converted into positive ways. Positive outlets, positive ways of releasing your energy, which is pent up. That is what the whole purpose is right now. And the Mahashivratri message that I had posted, it was very clear that, things will only keep on getting worse for a lot of people who have been ignoring or choosing to, live in their own bubble. They are going to suffer the most. And I also request that people who are either facing some mental health issues or those who are mentally unstable and they cannot, they only like to hear positive, they should never go in for any kind of readings, because it's, life is very uncertain and we have to be open to any kind of messages. So I have never ever forced anyone to connect with me as far as getting readings is concerned. But if you do, please make sure that you've done your groundwork, read through each section of the website, understood my offerings, and the payment info section clearly explains the steps that I will require. Doesn't matter whether you are a returning client or a new client. Each time, because I do so many readings, it's not humanly possible for me to remember each person's twin's name or what happened in the past. So that's why certain just key information I will always require. And as long as you connect with faith and with an open heart and an open mind, that's all that matters. So please look after yourselves. I will be back with a new update soon. This was more like a general message, and I'm really thankful to all those of you who have been so appreciative, who take out time to listen to me, and for all your trust in my work. I wish you all the very best. And should there be any comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section. Until then, happy new moon, and please take care of yourselves. Lots of love, guys. Take care. Bye.